Police are once again asking for help to identify a man wanted in a criminal harassment investigation. Well, this man is accused of distributing papers containing sexual and other inappropriate messaging to children at Withrow Park near Logan and Danforth. He's believed to be between 30 and 40 years old, about 6 feet tall, with a thin build and short beard. He was last seen wearing a black hooded jacket and a gray crossbody bag. If you recognize him, give police a call. And with more on this, we want to bring in a crime analyst, Steve Ryan. Steve, when police put out something like this, I mean, clearly they're trying to get the word out that they want to apprehend this guy, especially before he does potentially something even worse than just handing out some inappropriate pamphlets.
Yeah, only allegations, but very disturbing nonetheless, and they are sexual in nature. And when you have our most vulnerable, which are our children, being victims, it's very concerning for police. Now, they're starting this as a criminal harassment investigation, and what the components that require an investigation to be one of criminal harassment where charges can be laid, not only does the victim have to be harassed, but the behavior is prohibited, and it must cause fear in the victim. So needless to say, producing sexual material to a child would fit this, even on a one-off. The fact that there are multiple, and we're showing you this picture once again, so police are very anxious to get this guy identified and arrested. Clearly, that picture is as good as it gets, so somebody's going to see this today, I'm pretty confident, and we'll certainly give the police a call.
Yeah, no doubt. Very clear image of the suspect. But also, I'm curious, I mean, from what we're hearing from police, that these papers contain some sort of sexual inappropriate messaging. Other than, what we're hearing from police about harassment, could charges be upgraded depending on the contents of what this individual is trying to distribute?
Yeah, that's a great question. So generally, they get the ball rolling, if you will. They can charge and arrest for the criminal harassment, and then depending on what type of images were shown, you could be looking at charges like alluring a child, showing sexualized material to a person under the age of 18 years old, distribution of pornography. So there are all kinds of sexual related charges that could be in play as well. So when you hear about the criminal harassment investigation, that's just to get things going. He can be arrested for the criminal harassment based on what the information is, and then depending on what they find during the investigation, other charges could be laid for sure.
Yeah, and given the disturbing allegations of a guy like this allegedly approaching young children in this particular area, you want to obviously get this person at least into custody, and especially if there's some sort of urge that they might want to elevate to do something beyond that, all the more reason why we're getting the picture out there, and police want to apprehend this individual.
Yeah, great point again, and it's very prudent that people look at this picture and get this guy identified and in custody, because as you said, things can escalate. These are now just showing images to children, but it could escalate from there, so police are anxious to get this guy.
And before I let you go, it's also probably good to remind people out there, if you know, not only if you know this individual, but if you are helping this individual, they could also find themselves charged if they're an accessory after the fact. I don't know in particular in this particular situation, but if it is known that this individual is possessing images or something like that, they should be speaking up.
Well, there is a charge for harboring somebody who's wanted by police. So you need to know that this person is wanted, and that would mean that the police need to take out a warrant for his arrest. That would be the textbook harboring somebody who's wanted by police as far as charges go. But I think morally, if you hear these allegations and you see this guy, you know where he is, you know where he's hiding, where he's living, where he works, morally, I think you should give the police a call and let them get down to the bottom of it.
Thank you so much, Steve.
Okay.